Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Romp Chess Rating Climb. In episode 4, I won my game, and one of the better games that I've played, I raised my ELO up to 520, so I'm back up over 500 now. Unfortunately, I was not able to upload episode 4 due to some technical issues. I hope to get that resolved soon and upload that episode at a later date. But for now, I can just report that I won my game. And having said that, let's just jump right in. We'll be playing 15-10 again against a random opponent. So let's see what chess.com has in search for us. We're searching for an opponent. And looks like I will be playing as black today against an opponent from, I do believe that flag is Mexico. So white is open with e4. I'm going to respond with the French defense e6. Black has, or white has several options here for a second move, and knight f3 is fairly standard, so I'm going to push my d pawn to d5, which again is just right along the main line, and black or white can take here. However, that pawn is defended twice, and white decides to bring out a second knight to attack that pawn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect my bishop to here so I won't be blocked in. So let's play the bishop to here, which will get it off the back rank. Again, that does take a defender away from this pawn, but that will be temporary. And again, the objective is to redirect the bishop over to here. A subsequent move would be to then reposition this knight to that square, and then I'll just continue with normal development from there. White's taking their time here, but it's still early in the game so far, and so they do decide to take here. So my option is to either take back or I could reposition this bishop to here. If I take back, this pawn will be undefended, and white will be able to just advance here. But it looks like I don't have just a whole lot of really good options. I could push this pawn here, but let's go ahead and exchange. If white takes, which they do, I'm going to reposition this bishop, which will also be a revealed attack on this knight. So let's put the bishop on c6. So white can't really go here, can't go here, can't go here. So white really has no good place to put that the knight. They could, make an aggressive move and decide to check. in which case, yeah, and that's what they decide to do. So I could either block with the knight, in which case white could take and I could take back, or I could block with the bishop. Either way, I want to move these two pieces and castle on this side. If I block with the knight, then the bishop is blocked in. If I block with the bishop, I can still bring the knight out. So let's block with the bishop. So got a little bit of tension going on right now. It's a little bit unusual to bring the queen out that early. It's kind of an aggressive move. We'll see if that ends up hurting white or helping white, or but for now I'm not going to panic. It's not time to panic yet. Just play basic chess. So I want to develop my pieces, control the center, and castle. So white decides to take here, which is actually a mistake, because I can take back and I just get free development, and the king is covered. The queen can't really attack because I'm protected with my queen here. So let's go ahead and take there. Oh, we're trading the queens just like that. So if you see what happened there, white takes. Now when I take back, now I have the check, and then I can castle after that. So we're going to go ahead and take here. Now material is what is the material account? So I've got two minor pieces. I've got both my minor pieces, both rooks. White has three minor pieces, both rooks, and then their pawns. So I'm behind a little bit in material. So now it's time to start looking for threats that I can make. Let's go ahead and castle. And I want to put my rook here on this same file as the king. Of course, white could also castle here. Oh, and they resign just like that. So short game. That's unfortunate because white had lots of counterplay there. I'm not sure why they resigned, but you know, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they were late for an appointment or had to leave, or maybe they just decided they didn't like the way the game was going. Either way, let's just jump into a game review. So give me just a second here. Okay, so let's go to game review and just take a quick look. So it was a fairly even game up until white resigned. Stockfish had me at a game rating of 1100. Had my opponent at a game rating of 1100. Had me at a game rating of 1150. Looks like my opponent made one blunder. I made one mistake. Mostly book moves. I don't know. Let's just jump in and start to review and see what sort of lessons we can pull from this. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward through the book moves here. So like I say, I'm opening with just the main line of the French defense. So even game so far. So there is my there's my mistake. What Stockfish is calling a mistake, bringing the bishop out to here. My intention was to reposition the bishop to this square later, and then bring the knight to here. Looks like Stockfish instead wanted me to take here. So let's move on with the analysis. Instead, white takes, and then I take back. White is quite a bit ahead at this point. Then they take. At this point, I'm just trying to kind of like mitigate the damage and look for some threats against my opponent. Thought that check was really immature, bringing the queen out like that. So just a block, take with another block, and then there was the big blunder from white. There's no way they should have taken there. So basically, they're forcing a queen trade, but they're leaving their king totally exposed. So I take back. Of course, I really had there was no other sensible option there. Then they block, and I castle, and they resign. So that's it. Looks like that raised my elo up to 547. So moving right on up, I'll clean this video up and get it posted. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe. And thanks for joining the ride. And I'll see you again for an episode real soon. Bye, guys.